All right, Jeff, so for those out there who don't know you, tell them a little bit about yourself, about your track record in the industry, and how long have you been doing this?
So yeah, I'm Jeff LeSaicherre. I'm the founder and CEO and attorney at Fleur Law and Title. I actually got into this business around 2000 or 2001. And then through law school, which was 02 to 05, I'm the Katrina year for graduating. I was working with a law firm and title company downtown New Orleans, actually in the French Quarter. And then after Katrina, kind of got ran back across the lake, which is where I'm from in Ponchatoula. So I did it for 5 years with a company out of Baton Rouge in their local offices, and then opened up Fleur Law and Title in 2011. We've expanded now to 8 offices across the state. I'd say we're one of the largest by volume, the youngest by a decade in that group, though, I will say. And so we've seen a lot also because of where we're positioned, because our offices encompass the South Shore, the North Shore, rural areas like Tangipahoa, but also Coshada up by Natchitoches. Have an office in Baton Rouge. Probably the best abstracting team in the state, I would say, led by my partner, Steven Shearer. So yeah, we I think we're the best. I know I'm biased, but
hey, you got to toot that horn when you can. So Jeff, just to start things off, what are some things that you've seen throughout your career that have benefited somebody from getting what's called owner's title insurance?
Yeah, so there's been a lot. I mean, I've been doing this now for 20 years, roughly, and we've done 24,000 transactions. So we've seen a little bit of everything. Owner's title insurance coverage is going to cover you for things that are both within the realm of what we might make a mistake on, something in our abstract or examination process or the way we drafted a deed, but primarily it's there to cover things outside of that control. What we see most typically are things like people not having capacity, right? And that just isn't, they're not of sound mind. That could be a minor who has gained ownership over property via a parent selling or donated to them, or they got it maybe in a succession, and now they're trying to sell that property before they're of age at 18, or capacity issues with an LLC where authority hasn't been given to the proper party through a certificate of authority or a resolution, or the deed being done not to form because it was done out of the state or out of the country, things like that. I'm trying to think of the most recent one I had. It was basically just a deal that was just completely out of the control of the parties that were involved, but 2 links back in the chain, we had a guy who was just outright forging documents. And it was actually here in New Orleans, and the notary name and number was all identical and spot on. But when we sent the deed to the notary, he confirmed with us that that was his number, but that was not his signature. Now this guy's already sold, and now the new owner's trying to sell, and inevitably this guy 2 links back is being investigated by the FBI. So all of the underwriters have put out a bulletin out there, hey, we can't close for this guy. But anything that happened in that window of time based on those fraudulent docs, and this wasn't the only one he's ever done, if you're a buyer and you've acquired this property now and it's not up and up, your owner's title insurance kicks in and covers
Definitely something that's going to protect you as a first-time home buyer. A lot of people see that it says optional, which it is, but it's very suggested, especially in opportunities like this. You're going to be protected. This is your long-term investment. It's a one-time purchase. So like we said, it's optional, but highly suggested.
I would say one other thing about it too, the way to think about owner's title coverage, but this is a one-time premium. It's going to cover you for the life of owning that property. In some cases, it's even going to cover your heirs if you die and it goes to them in succession. The way to consider it is not just like coverage over the value of whatever you're insuring. In this case, if something came up and somebody made some claim against your property, ownership or otherwise, the underwriter, Fidelity, First American, WFG, these are the larger ones in the area or in the country, they're going to pay for the attorneys and the law firm that's going to defend this suit for you. So if you bought a $300,000 house and maybe you paid $1,500, $2,000 for this insurance premium, where are you going to pay $1,500 to a law firm to carry a suit from A to B all the way to the end, right? With that one-time premium. I mean, most attorneys that are charging hourly can eat that up in a day or two.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Right? So for $1,500, you're covered. You've covered the retainer and all the expenses of your attorney. And if they feel that that's not enough or you're going to lose this claim, well, then you get paid out. So, I mean, it's really the best bang for the buck in the insurance world.
Yeah, certainly, especially with this being some of the largest investments of some people's lives. I mean, it's a no-brainer in our opinion. So make sure you're up to date on it. Make sure you know about it to where you can be protected for your long-term investment, not only for you, but for your heirs as well.